I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm definitely gonna die. That's what I felt 84 hours ago, together with maybe 50 or 60 people with me, staying on the brink of the bath with water of 4 Celsius degrees and ice floating there. Somebody here knows that feeling. So it's just 1 second, and we go in. I'm definitely dying! Thousands of needles are penetrating my skin. It's so painful. And then I hear the voice of our instructor, Richard. You're fine. You're absolutely safe. Nothing is going on. Are you kidding? I'm dying here! No, trust your body. Surrender. Surrender to what? To panic attack? Are you mad, sick? I don't know. Just breathe. Your exhale is the most important thing in the world right now. 8 counts. Just breathe. Okay, breathe. This is the most important thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Richard goes on. Pain is just the information. Fear is only a history. 5, 6, 7, 8. And suddenly I feel it. Pain goes away. Pain is not me. Pain is just information. And I can release it. I don't feel needles anymore. I feel ice on my skin, but it's not burning. It gently brushes my skin, and I can even go deeper. And suddenly I feel this sense of freedom and liberation. It's warm. In 4 Celsius degrees water, it's warm and comfy. And I didn't notice how 3 minutes went, and they told us you can get out. I want to stay longer. It's warm. I want to die. And then when I get out, I understand that actually my body knows better. That my body can regulate the temperature itself without my monkey mind and panic. And I don't want to rush and take a towel to warm myself up. I just want to sit in this complete bliss, in unity with my body. And then I was curious, okay, so what the hell just happened? Because, it's not normal to be warm in this cold ice water. I started to research. Turns out that this guy invented this method. It's called Wim Hof method. And you probably know it all. It's quite popular here in Bali. And it turns out that actually it does what medicine, the traditional medicine, says is impossible. It regulates our nervous system, and also it manages our immune system. So when it's needed, it boosts our immune system, releases the adrenaline, and we can actually defeat anything that is attacking us, let it be cold water or some bacteria. In 2012, they did a series of tests with him when they injected bacteria into his body, and when he was supposed to have a severe flu and headache and muscle pain, he didn't. He just had a light headache, and that's it. They said, okay, you're just unique. But then they tested with other 12 people who went through just 10 days of his method. And they showed absolutely the same results. Just like headache. Just because they knew how to regulate their immune system, they could prevent from being attacked by bacteria that were injected in their body. And actually it's very simple. He just took the meditation technique from our Chinese friends, which is called Tumo, and it was there for thousands of years. He also took the breathing technique, which provides the over-oxygenation of our body, and he started to gradually expose himself to ice. That's it. Just 3 methods proved our traditional science wrong. And then I thought, okay, if this is wrong, then what is true? What should I believe, and what is possible and what is not possible? Because when you're a kid, you're so happy about everything. You want to be an astronaut or a belly dancer or an artist. But then you grow up and people say, you know what, it's probably not gonna happen. And you're like, why? But it's so cool. Nah, it's hard to be an artist or an astronaut, just one of the billions go there. And then you think like, yeah, maybe it's not that. It's not valid, it's not valid, and then you begin to acquire some fears, and then you begin to acquire some limiting beliefs, and it all stops. And at some point you wake up and you go to your work and you just living somebody else's life. You hardly wake up to your work. You hardly fall asleep. You hardly have any meaningful relationship. Just because there is nothing that drives you crazy, insanely. Just because you don't have this fire in your eyes that was there in the childhood, when we all knew why we were here, when we all knew this idea that brought us, when we all knew our passion. But then when life goes on, and maybe when we're 20 or 30 or 40, we stop and say, something is wrong. Something is halfway. What shall I do about it? And most of us think, it's too late already to change anything. You have a career, a family, you're too old to change. But no, there are so many inspiring people that changed their lives, even after they were over age for their, like this Wim Hof guy. He invented his method when he was over 40. You know Samuel Jackson, actor? He started to act when he was 46. You know the guy who invented KFC? Colonel Samuel something? Yes, Sanders, yes. He did it when he was 62. Really, there is not such a thing as to be late for your destiny. It's always there. It's always waiting for you until we find the courage to dive deeper, to surrender, to trust our body. At certain point, exhale and find what is this that brought us here, and redefine our reality. Thank you.